The algorithm's axiom. The editor who was replaced by code. Ben Carter had always prided himself on precision. At 45, he was a senior copy editor at a prestigious Chicago publishing house. His job was the ultimate test of human nuance. Finding the rhythm in a sentence, detecting the subtle shift in a narrator's voice, and wielding the red pen with surgical, empathetic grace. For 20 years, he was the final, indispensable gatekeeper. Then came the email. It wasn't a warning. It was a fait accompli. The subject line was chillingly bland. Workflow optimization and editorial future. The body explained that, effective immediately, a new, proprietary AI named Grammarian would be handling 95% of first-pass structural and stylistic edits. Grammarian, the email cheerfully noted, worked 24/7, required no salary, and reduced the error rate by a statistically significant 0.04%. Ben and 5 other senior staff were reassigned, which, in corporate speak, meant they were being paid to pack their things. Walking out of the sleek glass office for the last time, Ben felt hollowed out. He hadn't been beaten by a rival editor. He'd been made redundant by an algorithm. His life's work, the mastery of human language, had been reduced to a simple, scalable equation. The weeks that followed were a blur of passive job searching and existential dread. He found himself wandering the aisles of hardware stores, finding a strange comfort in the smell of sawdust and varnish, a sensory world that Grammarian could never digitize. His wife, Maria, found him one afternoon in the garage, staring at a half-finished birdhouse he'd started with his son years ago. "Ben, what are you doing?" "I'm looking at wood," he said flatly. "It has grain. It has knots. It has imperfections that you can't algorithmically correct. It's real." Ben had always loved the idea of working with his hands, but his editorial career had consumed him. Now, facing an uncertain future where his brain was obsolete, he decided to chase the feeling that machine perfection had stripped away, the irreplaceable value of the human hand. He took his severance package and enrolled in an intensive, month-long furniture-making apprenticeship with an old, grizzled master named Silas in rural Michigan. The transition was brutal. Ben was accustomed to climate-controlled rooms and the quiet tap of a keyboard. Now he battled splinters, sweat, and the deafening shriek of the table saw. His first attempts at joinery were sloppy. The wood refused to conform to his abstract designs. He ruined countless pieces, the frustration of physical heat in his face. Silas, watching him meticulously measure and remeasure a cut, finally grunted, "Ben, you're editing the wood. Stop editing. Start seeing." That was the turning point. Ben realized he was still trying to apply the logic of a perfect code to an imperfect material. Wood wasn't text. It didn't seek correction. It sought collaboration. He began to listen to the grain, letting the wood's natural flaws dictate the design. He learned to incorporate the knots and imperfections, transforming them into defining features of his work. His first successful piece was a large, asymmetrical coffee table made from salvaged barn wood, with a visible, deliberate crack filled with vibrant turquoise resin. He named it The Glitch. He launched a small online shop featuring his work. He didn't sell it as perfect furniture. He sold it as the Human Element Collection, pieces that celebrated imperfection. His tagline was simple: built by a human, flawed by design, priceless by hand. His story, the editor replaced by the AI who became a craftsman, went viral. People weren't just buying furniture. They were buying the narrative. They were purchasing an artifact that spoke to their own fear of obsolescence and their yearning for tangible reality. A major interior design magazine ran a feature on him. "Ben Carter's work isn't perfect," the article concluded. "It's necessary. It's a reminder that beauty lies in the deviations, the mistakes, and the unique, unquantifiable effort of a human being." Ben didn't return to the publishing house. His little shop, once an escape, became his permanent career. He found that the satisfaction of sanding a piece of wood until it was silky smooth was a deep, physical joy no six-figure salary could ever match. His final, ultimate victory wasn't against Grammarian, but over the mindset it represented. He proved that when the algorithm dictates perfection, humanity's greatest value is found in the things that refuse to be optimized. He had moved from editing humanity's stories to building his own.